Do you watch the Wimbledon?
Yeah, I watched Andy Murray beat the French guy. I'm quite surprised he beat him and the French guy didn't just surrender after a couple of sets.
Nice.
There's a new word, isn't it? Because it's henmania, and now they've got andymonium. And I think, really, it's good, andymonium. I think, really, it should be called Andy Pandemonium, shouldn't it?
He's a right miserable-looking Murray as well, isn't he?
Yeah, as opposed to your good self, Frankie.
Not a 21-year-old millionaire who looks like if they let him near the umpire's chair, he'd hang himself off it.
It's so boring, tennis, that the slightest thing, the crowd go mental like it's the most hilarious, shocking thing they've ever seen. Federer's opponent sat next to him. Did you see that bit? The crowd reacted like he'd picked up a ball boy, swung him around by the ankles and thrown him into the crowd. Why do they throw the sweaty... It's horrible. They throw their sweaty headbands into the... It's horrible. We're in here for about 3 hours, sweaty... Like... Imagine if Vanessa at the end just got her knickers off and went... Oh!
The press are obsessed with knickers, aren't they? If you just were going, God, I can see her knickers, whoa, I can see her looking knickers, you'd be down as a pervert, you'd get arrested. The Sun can just go to the tennis and go, whoa, look at her knickers, she's got red ones on, whoa. It's the equivalent of standing at the bottom of the stairs at work just going, whoa, I've seen your knickers. For some reason, it's fine.
But don't you think that those sound effects, you know when they go, ugh, every time they serve and everything, ugh, and if you combine that with porn, where everyone's always going, ugh, ugh, don't you think it just puts ordinary people under colossal pressure? Because, like, very often you're being shagged and you don't want to make any noise, you just want to go, oh. You don't always have to go, ugh, do you? Or you go, ugh. You just sometimes want to go, and you have to.
Why don't you just get him to shag you and put the tennis on in the background?
Would you be tempted to go to Glastonbury?
Yeah, I'm going to Glastonbury.
You get killed tonight, don't you?
Yeah, 2 hours dead. Feel good.
You should go out to all the stoned people at Glastonbury and...
Make yourself white.
Make yourself all white and then just unzip the tent like that and go...
What do you think Hollyoaks is on a big screen at Glastonbury?
It's no more mental than putting Jay-Z on, is it?
JZ.
Is it Jay-Z now?
Yeah, he's in England. It's
Oh,
JZ,
right.
mate. You're over here, you play virus. It's JZ. I did the Reading Festival, and all the tents are really close. You can hear the bands, they're not that far away. There was a band on stage when I was on, right, and there was like a sort of thrash metal punk band, and their finale was the lead singer has a shit onto a towel,
Oh, no.
then gets the towel and swings it round, and then throws it into the crowd.
What, he's nicked your act?
It'd be great if Nelson did that, wouldn't it? You are not expecting that, were you?
Come on, it's a party!
I'm 90!
Valerie Singleton was at pains to make it clear that anyone who said she'd ever had a lesbian affair was lying because she hadn't. This is a fairly dormant rumour which has now been raked up by Valerie Singleton, so now everyone's saying...
But
is she
it's
a
not a
lesbian?
rumour.
Does she have
It's
affair?
not a rumour. It's one of the cornerstones of all knowledge. Valerie Singleton, you go, she's a lesbian. It's a fact. You know, and her saying she's not a lesbian has kind of pretty much rocked my world.
Vanessa, let me ask you, as a woman, it's not a terrible thing to be called a lesbian, is it? I mean, it's not, you know, defamation of character. It's
No,
not a terrible thing
it's not
to
a
be.
terrible thing,
And
no.
anchovy
But it
being...
depends how you do it. If you go, you're a lesbian. That's not... You go, you're a lesbian. You know, that's not nice, is it? It's the way you say it.
Yeah.
Lesbian! Hey! That's nice. Come in! Yeah. Lesbian! Another one. That's not very nice.
In the story, it said that she had sex with Peter Purvis while they were... It's a great name. Someone who's having sex. Purvis.
She said that she got it on with Albert Finney. But she said that they never had sex. They, this is the quote, thrashed about a bit on the bed. What does that mean exactly?
I'll show you.
Come on.
That was my penis screaming. I can tell you that Valerie Singleton is not one of the most talked about things this week, but it was in the news. Valerie Singleton denied any lesbian allegations and was so shocked by the rumours that she dropped her pool cue and spilt bitter down the front of her dungarees. What else have the nation been talking about?
Soldiers spotting the UFOs in Shropshire.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
I don't know what they're doing in Shropshire. Like, there was a weird sort of Yoda-esque sort of bloke going, alien going, we must see Shrewsbury Town Hall, we must.
What I don't get is one of them described it as a cylindrical object with things protruding out the side, so that's just a plane.
My problem with unidentified flying objects is if they identify it, then it's just a flying object. And if at any point it lands, it's just an object. And then you've just seen an O. Let's see if soldiers spotting UFOs is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, it is. Sneaking in at number 5. This is the story that soldiers spotted UFOs in Market Drayton. The incident is set to be made into a movie entitled The Goose That Flew Over Market Drayton. Would you work for Naomi Campbell?
She's got 200 hours community service because she went mental on a plane, didn't she?
She has it, and it's not the first time she's had run-ins with the law.
Yeah, she's done community service before, didn't she, in New York?
Yeah.
Because she hit her assistant with a BlackBerry. And when you first read it, you go, that's not that bad, is it? A pumpkin, I can understand. If she just got a pumpkin and put it on her head like that. Look a bit like you, actually, wouldn't it?
For our Halloween special on this show, I just light a candle in my mouth.
You just blow it and his eyes go out. But she went mental on a plane, didn't she? She went absolutely ballistic.
Well, it was Terminal 5, I believe, had lost her bag.
The first thing she said was, it's because I'm black and famous. And I think you'll find that BA are an equal opportunities bag loser. They don't lose anyone's bags. Doesn't care whether you're prince or pauper.
What do you think of her, Vanessa? Do you like her?
She's not an endearing person. If I were to work for her, I know the role I'd like to fulfil, actually. I wouldn't mind being her Brazilian waxer and pouring molten wax all over her pudenda. I think that would be a nice job.
Well, same here, but for very different reasons.
Okay.
Lee, have you ever had a hissy fit? Like a proper showbiz hissy fit?
No, I'm a very calm and relaxed person, Jimmy. You know that. I take everything in my stride.
Yeah.
Don't interrupt.
Kate Moss, she never does anything like this. You see a picture of her pretty much every day, but you never hear her voice, do you? The reason Kate Moss doesn't speak is she's very beautiful, but actually she talks like this. Hello, I'm Kate Moss. I'm very excited about my new Top Shop range. I designed all the clothes myself.
You have never been so sexy.
Yes.
Worst thing to happen at a wedding?
Is it saving your brother's life, but then getting run over in the process and then dying in OB's arms?
Because you died at a wedding.
That's exactly what happens, yeah.
So you've been written out of this thing? Is that what's happened? What do they say?
No, they're keeping him in after he's died, Jimmy. he's playing a coffee table for the next 6 years.
I am going back, though. I'm going back to direct it.
Do they direct Hollyoaks? Yeah. Really? I thought it was just done with CCTV cameras. What would make you cry at a wedding?
Is it when the first song they play is I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For?
I reckon if the bride gets taken off by an eagle, and then the church is getting smaller and smaller, and then,
I'll give you a clue. It would make the bride cry.
The groom was set with a chief bridesmaid.
Correct. That's the right answer.
There we go.
Yes, the worst thing that can happen at a wedding is the groom goes off with a bridesmaid. Of course, the biggest wedding of the year was Wayne and Colleen's. Colleen warned the stag party not to play any pranks on Wayne that would ruin the wedding photos. I'm afraid to say, Colleen, that ship has sailed.